So today is Thursday. Thursday has been a great fucking day. I'm fired up right now. I don't know why. I'm amped. I think here's the reason why. Okay, so 172 dials today. Bang. 2 booked demos. Bang. One of those booked demos came from a phone call that was scheduled from last week, a follow-up. The guy got a bit of information, was like, you know what, can you give me a call back here? We scheduled the time. I called him back. And it was like a 20-minute long phone conversation. He asked a bunch of questions. They kind of went off script in terms of, it wasn't actually just like a cold call preliminary discussion, but it was more like a demo to some degree. Now, it wasn't like a full demo. I don't know what's involved in that actual process, but it was just he asked questions, talked about his past experience with other similar services. I showed our main point of differences. That piqued his interest. What that turned into was, at the end, he was going, I got to talk to my partners. And I was a little defeated, I will say, because the phone call ended with, yeah, okay, I'll talk to my partners. Feel free to give me a call back like early next week. And so I followed up with an email with more information, just kind of show exactly what it is that we do, like answering specific questions that he had that I didn't know the answer to, but that I checked and got. But then he replied to that email saying like, hey, Duncan, please, like, feel free to schedule a time in my calendar with his calendar invite link for like Wednesday-ish. So then that was like that was an indication that, like, okay, this is my thought process. If he wasn't interested, then he would have replied to that email going, yeah, you know what? I don't think this is a good fit. And there we go. Okay, cool. But he took the time to send an email rather than just leave it of follow up with me with schedule time in my calendar. I'd like to actually have this phone conversation. So then I like contacted my manager and was like, hey, how do I do this? Like, because I didn't know how to, like, what the best way to handle this. Do I book it in his calendar and then our calendar? And how do I transition from, because it's not me going to be talking. And like, it just said I booked in our calendar and then sent an email being like, hey, thanks for your message. I have booked a time now calendar. It will be this guy. This guy's really useful. And the guy who was with, I trust that he will be able to handle that conversation well. So that's good. Positive there. Yes. Fun time. Yay. Hit the phone hard in the morning, just voicemail central over and over. I got to 111 dials, I think, by noon, which, again, it's a dial. So that doesn't, like, it sounds like, holy shit, you did 111 phone calls? It's like, no. I just called that many people. I think there were like 3 actual connections. The demo that I booked was scheduled for 1 o'clock, 12 p.m. Central. And actually I called the guy by accident the day before because I had a note for myself, said he requested a call back, but forgot that I actually put it in my Google Calendar and didn't update, whatever. There's a bunch of things. In the end, so the afternoon, that's how it started. And then manager loaded me up with more contacts, but these ones were different. These ones were people who had been contacted and successfully reached out to and demo booked or demo scheduled in the past 2 years at some point, but nothing came of it. So not like a previous customer, get them back, but like a previous, they expressed interest, but then like either the conversation just fell through or there was an objection like timing. This isn't a good time for the program. I'm interested, but it's not going to work. Had a bunch of conversations with people, was uncomfortable at first because I couldn't use the cold call line because it wasn't a cold call. It was more of a going like, hey, more of a confused tone. I don't know if you remember this, but I'm following up with my colleague, what's in that name, Ashley, who reached out to you and with company plans. Well, I don't know if that rings a bell. Sometimes it did, sometimes it didn't. But the 172nd dial was with a guy between the hours of 4 and 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time who did not remember that phone conversation, but was taking on new clients. And then the conversation that went from there was like, it was like he was a primetime candidate, like no hard minimums, really just looking for somebody who's interested in learning about like financial planning and education on that front. Looking for clients, has tried a bunch of marketing things. Seems like referrals is just working best for them. Have the capacity to start reaching out to people. Like everything lined up, going like this is a primetime candidate for the people that we help the most. This is an ideal client profile. So that was fucking fantastic that I actually was able to book him in the calendar for that second demo. So fired up about that. Tomorrow morning, I'm during the team call practice training. Role playing, that's the word. I'm gonna volunteer. I'm excited for it. I've been wanting to volunteer in the past, but I feel like I volunteer too much. I don't want to be like I'm always the one going. But I've not volunteered enough that I'm now gonna go. Yes. I'm at Walmart because they went late again. Didn't want to go to the Peat Bog. As well as I'm gonna walk around looking for a snack, like a late time sort of thing that I can eat later. Also, I think that I slept well last night because I took 2 magnesium pills. Seems wrong. Magnesium pills. Feels like a drug. Magnesium tablets. Tablet is also not incorrect. Supplement. Whatever the word is. Capsule. So a total of 400 milligrams going to bed. Dreams were fucking wild. Woke up in a cold sweat. Went back to sleep a little bit, but like feel well rested. I'm excited. Tomorrow's payday as well, and I have been following the budget I set out for myself 10 days ago, like to a T. Like I'm on track to be on budget, which I'm happy about. As well as car insurance, or no, not car insurance. Getting my driver's license validated and recognized in the province of Quebec. Got a phone call from the SAAQ. Frequently forgiven, mixed up with the SAQ. One sells liquor, one sells driving rights. Permits. But feel good. I have a video edited, found a name for it, and it's reviewed, has all the numbers. So I just got to render that. Was going to render it during the day, but then I had to do the phone call. At the beginning of the day, I did not think that I was going to have 2 demos booked, but by the end, I do. So every day's an improvement. And a couple connections with people who had been contacted in the past that were like, I would like a callback. The program sounds interested. Can we book a spot in the calendar? They're like, no. And I couldn't use the I don't know whether you're a good fit because they were actually contacted before. So that doesn't quite work. As well as you don't want to force it. Like if the guy's like, okay, I'm in the middle of the busy seating for Medicare, like for the next month and a half, then it slows down. So call me back in January. It's not like it does not make sense to book a time within the next 45 days because the guy has something else to do. So they don't have the capacity to start reaching out to the 25 clients at minimum that we can send them. So then we're not going to put you in the program because we don't sign up for a program that you're not going to use. But also found a fucking banger of a song today from a new artist, Ingy. It's called Gaslight. Disco Lines remix. No, that's Miracle Maker. Anyways, feeling great today. Nothing to complain about. Only things to celebrate. Hopefully I'm bright enough that you can see. Let's see my hand. Maybe. I think I need to make this light that is underneath turn on. I need to charge it. I'll need to remember to do that. Anyways, I feel fantastic. Here we go. Fuck yeah. Yeah.